29th of November 1947, the United Nations passed the Partition Plan, which provided for the establishment of two states in the land of Israel, one for the Jews and one for the Arabs. For the Jews, it meant giving up more of the land that had been promised to them in the Balfour Declaration of 1917, but they said yes. The Arabs, how shall I put it, were a bit less enthusiastic about the idea of partition. It's not as if the Jews weren't already familiar with Arab violence. For example, the Hebron Massacre in 1929. 67 Jews were slaughtered and dozens more were savagely wounded and mutilated. Thus, with this butchery, the Arabs succeeded in uprooting the most ancient Jewish community in the land of Israel. Then there were the Arab riots of 1936 through 1939. Over 400 Jews were murdered. Even orphanages and children's homes weren't spared from attack. On May 15, 1948, after ruling for 31 years, the British left the land of Israel. The previous day, the Jews announced the establishment of the State of Israel and extended a hand in peace to the Arabs of Palestine and the neighboring Arab communities. The Arabs, in contrast, went to war. The armies of Egypt, Syria, Iraq, Jordan, Lebanon, and Saudi Arabia invaded the newly founded state in order to destroy it. 3 years after the Holocaust, the 600,000 Jews living in the land of Israel were in clear and imminent danger of extermination. The Jews had no choice but to triumph and to survive. And thus it was that as a result of the Arabs' aggression, the infant state of Israel in July 1949 had expanded its territory, while Jordan seized control of the West Bank and the eastern part of Jerusalem, and Egypt seized the Gaza Strip. Let me say that again. Jordan seized control of the West Bank and the eastern part of Jerusalem. Egypt seized the Gaza Strip. Still, they couldn't be bothered to establish a Palestinian state. On May 11, 1949, Israel was admitted to the United Nations as its 59th member.